My mom thinks my daughter is too boyish, which would be annoying enough on its own, except for one big problem. My daughter is actually transgender, and my mom doesn't know yet. Zoe came out to me last year as a trans girl, and we've been slowly transitioning her wardrobe and pronouns at home. It was such a vulnerable moment when she first told me, sitting cross-legged on her bedroom floor, her voice barely above a whisper. At first, my mom just made little comments about Zoe's so-called phase with longer hair and painted nails. She'd ruffle Zoe's carefully brushed hair and say things like, "When are we getting this mop cut?" Or hold up Zoe's bright pink fingernails asking, "Still playing dress up, I see." I could see Zoe physically shrink each time, her shoulders hunching forward as if trying to disappear. Then my mom started escalating. She began buying boy clothes every single visit. Rough denim jeans, plain t-shirts in dull colors, and sneakers that looked like they belonged in a sports catalog. She'd arrive with shopping bags full of what she called appropriate clothing and insist Zoe wear them for family photos. The hurt in Zoe's eyes was unmistakable as she'd reluctantly change out of her carefully chosen outfit. One time, she literally threw away Zoe's favorite dress while babysitting, a beautiful sundress with tiny flowers that Zoe had picked out herself. When we came home, my mom was standing by the garbage can with her arms crossed, claiming it was inappropriate for boys. Zoe ran to her room sobbing, and I found myself fishing through banana peels and coffee grounds to rescue the dress, my hands shaking with anger. The worst part was when she scheduled Zoe for Little League without asking. She presented it like a wonderful surprise, beaming as she announced, "I signed him up for baseball." Then she got genuinely angry when Zoe had a panic attack about playing on the boys' team. Zoe hyperventilated on the kitchen floor while my mom stood over us, completely bewildered by what she saw as an overreaction. She kept saying things like, "This feminine nonsense needs to stop," and "You're confusing him by letting him act this way." Every pronoun felt like a small dagger. Every time she said him instead of her, I watched Zoe flinch as if she'd been physically struck. I watched my daughter cry herself to sleep that night, whispering, "Why doesn't Grandma love the real me? What's wrong with who I am?" Those words broke something inside me. Here was my beautiful, sensitive child questioning her worth, because the person who was supposed to love her unconditionally couldn't see past her own assumptions. I'd had enough. The next morning, after Zoe left for school, I sat my mom down at the kitchen table and told her the truth. My hands were trembling as I spoke. "Mom, Zoe is transgender. She's not going through a phase, and she's not confused. She's a girl, and your comments are hurting her deeply." My mom went completely silent and started crying. Not angry tears, but deep, remorseful sobs. She covered her face and said she had no idea and felt absolutely horrible. "Oh God," she kept repeating, "I've been hurting her this whole time. I thought I was helping." Now, she's completely transformed. She's asking for books about transgender kids, researching support groups, and wants to take Zoe shopping for new outfits to replace everything she threw away. She calls Zoe by her correct name and pronouns now, sometimes catching herself to correct mistakes. Yesterday, she asked if she could learn how to braid hair properly. My dad thinks I should have told them sooner, but honestly, I was terrified of their reaction. Coming out is scary enough without worrying about losing family support. Now I'm just grateful that love won out over ignorance, and Zoe finally has her grandmother back.